Okay,
How's it going,
so
Roxana?
good. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if Valentine's Day is happening for you, but it is today. Foreign's still not back online, so
Oh no.
I'm taking my turn early this week, and yeah, and then it'll have to end at the usual time because I've got my own Valentine's Day plans and stuff. But yeah, good weekend so
Nice.
far. Good weekend so far. So yeah, I'll start us out with the proposal summaries, and then we have Zanzi, who's gonna talk about his gotchi.lol. That's kind of a slot, and then we should have Nestor coming on to talk about the multi-sig signers election. All right. So first off, we had one closed proposal this past week. It was the Aavegotchi DAO Multi-Sig Signer Election 2026 signal proposal whole signer compensation. So it was about the signer compensation, and I'll link that here. 44.36% had voted for 10,000 ghost pay and 36.21% for abstain. And the quorum only reached 67.6% and it ended yesterday. We might talk about later today what changes might need to be made for the SIG prop because there might be another SIG prop coming. Right now, there are 3 active proposals. Hold on a sec. Just making sure. Yep, 3 active proposals. The first one, reducing wallet fragmentation for better DAO operations. I can link that one now. Okay, and 97% voted for yes, and the quorum is also 97%, and that one ends on the 22nd. And there's the second one, the Gotchi Greeters V3. 72%, 72.59% voted against funding the greeters, and the quorum only reached 95.7% so far, but it goes on. This one goes on until for 18 more days. Let me link that one. And the final one that is active right now is clarifying the intended eligibility of the Gotchi Battler portion of Agate 155. 75.75% voted for the Gotchi Battler team to define the distribution of the 74 ETH allocated for those rarity farming rewards. Quorum is at 86%, but voting ends on the 23rd of this month. And I will link that. Okay. And Zanzi is going to be right back. First up, maybe we can have Nestor on the stage. Nestor, it seems like you want to start talking about the sig prop here. Welcome, Nestor. You're still muted. Let's see. He said initially it was not meant to be sig prop, core prop, but rather polls and election. I feel like in the past we've done that. Maybe there wasn't like a defined core prop for sure, but I don't know. Maybe I could be misremembering. Am I quiet? Hold on.
Sounds good to me.
Is this better or worse?
A little bit louder, but yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Okay, we'll do this then. Thanks for letting me know. Okay. Yeah, I might have hit my mic dial by accident.
And am I?
Oh, yes, I can hear you.
Oh, fine.
Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you, Roxy. Hello, Conan. Yes,
Hey.
it works. Loud enough or not too loud? If it's
Sounds good to
works,
me.
sounds good. All right. Yo, I want to apologize. I meant from the beginning that it would be one or two or three polls and then an election. As I studied the previous ones, I really never saw uh, a, a signal proposal and then a core proposal for a vote. And also, I compared it with other DAOs and saw that it was, well, kind of unusual to make a signal proposal and a core proposal for an election like directors or multi-sig signers. But unfortunately, well, yeah, I put it in there, and so I caused a lot of confusion, and I'm really sorry about that. But well, we had now, as I would like to see it, a poll, and I would like to have following up with two polls more regarding the mode of payment, how the compensation that we polled in the first poll will be measured, like if it is measured in a fixed USD price, and how this USD price should be calculated, because the payout that is fixed will be in Ghost. And there's also the ongoing question about the number of signers, because of course the treasury now is not at its best level, so I have to have this always in mind, and at least give us the opportunity to express your opinion in regard to that. Yes, and after that we will make the election itself. So that is what I have to bring initially regarding that. What do you think, Roxy?
So, does that mean you're going to do another proposal asking like
Uh,
whether they'll be paid in USD in
no.
Ghost or in a flat Ghost value?
We can look at it. I posted it just in the nominations and elections thread
Oh,
in the
okay.
yeah, so we can look at it. I have also put it up as Google Docs, so you can view it there and comment it there. And I also copied the text of the two polls. This wouldn't be proposals, yeah. So now I will be very careful not to call a proposal what is not a proposal, but a poll, and because the multisig is established. You know, we are not voting about shall we have one, like we voted on in the resolution in AGIP 50 and 51. We had a resolution about the multisig. Should we have one? How many signers? And that was back then, 3 years back. And now my idea was make a few polls to clarify some details and then proceed to the election. And
Okay.
as we can see here, there was the first poll. So to your question, no, this is fixed. This is fixed. It will be in Ghost, but as the Ghost price is now very volatile in the past in the past months, and probably also in the coming months, now is the question how to how to make it fair, so to speak.
Yeah.
Fair
So it looks
on
like you have
mhm,
three options, technically four, for
right.
the quarterly signer compensation. The options are, the first one is yes, define in USDC, pay in Ghost at payout day price. Second
Mhm.
option is yes, define in USDC, pay in Ghost at 90-day average price. Or no, keep everything purely in Ghost as a status quo. And then
What
the
we
fourth
already
option, abstain.
hold. And the fourth option is, of course, abstain, no opinion. That's also has to be there, I think. And we polled, and the results of the first poll, they were, well, the turnout was for 3 days, 72 hours, I have to say, remarkably high. I'm a bit unlucky or unhappy that that I didn't extend it 2 more days. I think we would have reached the 100% easily. But
Yeah, I
would
think
I?
so.
Do you think too? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, you learn through mistakes. I will. I will consider that the next time 5 days. Yeah, a week would have been enough. So, okay. What's done, it's done. Now we see we can have a very high turnout. That's something positive. And what is positive too, that we have well, on the one side, a clear first place, but the second place is abstain with 36%, and we now can interpret it in different ways. There is the very common way to say above 40%. That's clear enough. And if there is nothing above 40%, then you take an average. But in this case, we just have it in mind that 36 did abstain. 36% did abstain. So what do you think? Is this something to take into account?
Yeah.
And now, yeah,
I think that this new SIG prop might work because I personally abstained just because I think that
mhm,
keeping everything purely in Ghost, since because Ghost is so volatile, that's not the greatest idea. So
yeah, yeah.
the new options would probably be definitely votable by the
Okay.
abstainers.
That's a good point because it precises it makes it more precise, right? Um,
Yeah.
and it makes it variable. If you have the thing that you look at the price every 3 months, then it will be something different.
Mm-hmm.
Now, only the question is, if it is there were in the discussion two options, like make it like a fixed day, one day, that's the payday, and we look at the price and calculate it. And the other option would be to take an average. It could be also a 30-day average or a 7-day average that we would have to agree on, and this would be then put in the election proposal after we agreed on that.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay. And yes, I could also see to make, like I said, I didn't read the chat now and didn't see comments, but I would have envisioned this to be two polls or in some three polls. But if now I have caused enough confusion so that everything thinks, okay, this has been a SIG prop, and we are now expecting a SIG prop that is going to pass quorum. Then, of course, I will reformulate and act accordingly. So
Yeah.
that was for me important too. Maybe now we could go like you how we should proceed. Maybe now we have still in half an hour or 34
Yeah.
minutes to discuss other topics, and during that maybe everybody can have some opinion
Yeah.
stated.
And the next poll you had were about the other topic was the preferred number of signers.
Correct.
And the options are, keep at 9, which was the traditional, change to 7, change to 5, change to 2, or abstain. Uh, and there are a few candidates here, nominees,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Yeah.
I guess I'm curious to see how that'll turn out. Yeah. Sorry, I know I was like leading up to a possible question, but I don't really
Yeah.
think I have a question
No,
to
no.
ask.
It also it also plays into how yeah, how much is to be paid by the DAO, by the foundation.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, because times 9 is of course something different than times 7 or times 5, and
Yeah.
yeah, and we have to take this also into account. And of course, on the other side, the security, and then you also have the yeah, how fast we can come to sign.
I'd like to hear maybe from some of the nominees, maybe their opinions, either
Mhm.
during the call or maybe afterwards in the forums here. There, I linked it there. If you're a nominee, you have an opinion, you can feel free to, you know,
I
speak what
see.
you think, and
Cruton
because
has.
it'll affect you directly. Okay, Zanzi's coming up onto the stage.
Okay.
Welcome,
Also a
Yeah,
nominee.
Zanzi.
Hi, Zanzi.
I don't really have like a lot of opinions on the role. I just see that there's an opening for a signer position, and I don't really want to be like in like a legalese drama scenario. I just want to be like a quiet signer and do my role and sign transactions if possible, because I'm here every day anyways, and I'm always
Yeah.
signing transactions with my treasures. So to me, it
Yeah.
just makes sense that I would help with signing more transactions.
Okay, yeah. That's a good point. Some signers might feel that way too. You need
Yeah, well,
a
that's
fresh
fine.
hardware wallet. That's
I
completely
have
understandable.
I already got already one step ahead then. Perfect.
Cool. All right. So now that you're here, Zanzi, maybe we can go to the next topic. How you wanted to present gotchi.lol, which I checked out already, by the way, and I made a profile in there. It's pretty cool. I have my little avatar, Wish Bish.
Sweet. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
So there's a few different things you could do. Right now, the raffle button just goes to an old domain. I'm like still testing the raffle on testnet. There's dithering tool, arcade games, a link to like my svelte kit. I guess I should like drop a link or screen share so people know what I'm talking about. But that's like the home screen. But anyways, the main thing I wanted to show off today is that you can connect your wallet and go to this like sprites page. And maybe I should share my screen when I'm doing this. I'm just going to sign in with my wallet. But basically, yeah, you can go to the site and like load all the sprites for all your gotchis. And like if you change your wearables, you can just come back to the site and like hit refresh and like load them all again. And then there's a cool feature I added for profiles where you can set up a custom profile and like add your own custom like links. Like if you have like referral links or social media pages you want to share with people. And then people can play like a couple mini games with your gotchi. So here, I'll drop my profile link in the chat. And it's what's really cool is the name. I like you said a username, and it's interchangeable with your wallet address for the link. Yeah, thanks, Roxy. And then so I just vibe coded this with like Supabase. So I mean, we're not handling sensitive data. It's just literally you connect your wallet and add some links. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I guess that's what I've been up to. I still want to get Gamble out there. I don't know. I've been talking with people about my lottery contract, and I'm scared that it's not something that'll ever see mainnet. But I'm hopeful about the NFT raffles being able to see mainnet sometime soon. Anyway, yeah, that's maybe someone else wants to take the mic. I just ramble a lot if it's silent.
No, that's good. What else is gonna take up the hour, right?
For sure. Oh, there was the thing about Arbit. I forgot it was Valentine's Day, so I'm assuming the Arbit like brand representative is probably busy today or something because they're not checking my messages. But essentially, Arbit they aren't interested in listing us for perps trading because like we have to have like a higher market cap according to them. And then they don't support base yet for their dex trading. Like they support like Solana, ETH, Binance, Tron, I think. So maybe in the future when they support base, they could do like a co-marketing campaign with us. Because Arbit, they have like, I don't know, they don't have like the world's greatest reputation because they are a centralized exchange like Binance, but they have like a huge roster of key opinion leaders, and they are open to doing like cross marketing opportunities with us. Like they do have Ghost available for spot trading on their exchange, and they did express interest in like collaborating with us and helping us grow our brands, like mutual growth with them. So I think that might be like a really cool partnership to explore in the future, since we aren't on Binance anymore. So
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And
Thank
how
you for the
much?
update.
One question: how much would be the market cap that they are looking for?
I can DM it to you because I don't know if that's like like their business model. They don't want people to know, but I'll just DM it to you right now.
Yeah, yeah. How much would it be?
Yeah, we're not
As
too far off. We're pretty close, but
yes, I think
yeah,
so. Right.
we were there last year. Yeah, so it's like a little bit of work to do, and we could get a new perp stacks for Aavegotchi with just a bit of a pump. We just
Yeah,
need a little pump.
that's correct. Yeah, maybe the bots. Yeah, all together.
Well,
And yeah,
I think we're drumming up a lot of hype with the whole AI thing, and it's nice. Like today, there's like 30 people here. Like I
mhm,
swear, if we did this call in November, we'd be at like 15 people. So like things are drumming up, things are looking bullish. I'm happy.
Yeah. I mean, last week's call was kind of crazy. It was like 2 hours long, and there was a lot of stuff being discussed, a lot of action happening.
it's only 1 week, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for having me up. I'm gonna leave the stage and give someone else an opportunity to speak.
Okay. Well, thank you, Zanzi. Um, I don't think I have anything else. I had those two topics, and we blew through those pretty quickly. There are some active forums. The DAO discussion channel, we're talking about the signer topic too, and then and that's been answered. Then there was the development for Gotchi Battle Simulator. Supreme Pablo started, and I can link that one if you guys want to check it out. But if that's something that interests the DAO, Pixelcraft isn't really working on developing that, or they started it that I know of. For 3D. Yeah, I think that's the extent of the topics for today, and it was pretty quick. So if anyone has any final thoughts, you are welcome to speak. And otherwise,
Thank you.
yeah.
Just one thing. Yeah. I didn't get quite what would be the sentiment? Should it be polls or should it be like the SIG Corp? I think, as I said, I would now put up the polls for I would say maybe 5 days. Yeah, and that would be one option. Or we just would treat them as very short polls and do 1 or 2 days now over the weekend, and then we could start with the election on Monday and would very easily be finished with the whole election process until the end of the month. I would say, let's say when we had 84 hours now, that would be 2 days. That would be the 16th. And then 10 days for the election. I think that is enough. We would be finished on the 26th and or 27th, maybe. That would be 11 days. And on the call in 2 weeks, we could already have our new signers or
Yeah, I think the question depends on how fast do we need it, and that compared to
yeah, until the end.
the idea of keeping the sig prop core prop routine going. Yeah, no future sig. You had an opinion about this that I saw. Do you think sig prop and core prop? I know that you were kind of advocating for that. Yeah. So, because that's what we have traditionally done, and that is what the DAO is supposed to do. That's how the main voting function works, sig prop and core prop. So maybe the polls could just be to test the waters and then maybe make a SIG prop from the polls
Of course, that's also
and
possible.
then a core prop after that.
We can make it this way too. Yes.
Yeah, of course, provided that the quorum is reached and everything.
Of course.
Yeah.
Correct. Well, if there's no other view on that, then we will go that way. I'm
Okay.
fine with both.
All right, sounds good. I'm glad we got that settled then. And sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, very short and sweet today, but very productive.
How it should be.
So, if anyone doesn't have final thoughts, maybe we can wrap up this call. I know some people are typing right now.
Okay.
Any answer on CorpSec channel? Happy Valentine's Day, Coder Dan. And Crazy Crypto wants to come to the stage. Welcome.
Hey everyone, I hope you can
Yeah.
hear me.
First,
That it works.
yeah. First, Nestor, can you answer about the CorpSec question? Is there an update there?
Yeah, the COPSEC channel. Yeah, that's a channel for communications between management and the corporate secretary. And well, there was a change to that. Yes, because now that the signers are no directors anymore, so that has been changed. Yeah. It's a channel for the officers, for directors, or any other management staff in communication with the corporate secretary. Yes, and that's in this case Lutusha. That's the name, right?
Okay. All right. Thank you for clarifying. So Crazy Crypto, is
Okay,
there something you wanted to
yeah,
discuss today?
I don't want to interrupt. I also want to wish everyone happy Valentine's Day, and I thought it was very productive. I just want to mention some things so that we can have a conclusion for everyone. What will happen now? So I understood that we will publish now the different tools about how much multi-sig signers we want to have, then also how the ghost payment will be evaluated. So 7 days, the average price I was reading in the chat as an example. And yeah, there's still going on discussions about the removal of some channels. But I think this week was very, in general, talking, confusing, a lot of messages in the nomination and election channel from Nestor, which confused me, and I think a lot others also. And yeah, I have also not got any feedback about mentioning Justin. What Nestor said is the guy who got the money for the market making, about where money was deployed and how market making was working, and that we don't see a pump and dump schema here. There's also some very important update, and this is why I want to bring this to the table as well, how this will continue if we get some reportings, what this company is doing, and how the liquidation and the liquidity distribution is working. And yeah, that we have just a conclusion about the pools, because it's, as I saw, groups missed it, even some long-term players missed it, to be a nominee. So just that there's no further confusion after this call. This would be my personal wish.
I
Okay,
can
yeah.
speak to the market maker. Yes. I am in. Yeah. Well, they inform me where they are now deployed. They are now deployed only at OKEX. As I reported, there is no change there. I informed them about our interest in being on Kraken and also on Coinbase. They said they are that Ghost has already market makers there, and well, we are now only at OKEX and some DEXs. Yeah, and it also mentioned MEXC and all the exchanges, the sexes that are in this top 10, well, have some guidelines regarding liquidity, and well, as it looks now, the liquidity there is good, but I didn't quite understand your question very concretely. You mean where we now are deployed? That is solely on OKEX.
I can clarify for you because it's all about the spread. It's all about the video I shared. It's all
Right.
about that you said Justin is answering. Justin is here in the channel. Justin will give us direct answers. And this guy never did answer to any message. So when you say this is the guy who got like 400K to make like bids and ask to have a better order book and nothing is happening and no answers are here, and you come 1 week later when we discussed already in the last DAO chat that we want to have Kraken done, and then answer there's another market maker, nobody knows what this guy is obviously talking about, because otherwise we would know which market maker is doing it, and the spread is very high between buy and ask side. We should have a clarification, and maybe this guy to join like a DAO call, or maybe answer just single questions when he's responsible.
I saw him there. I made sure that he had the permission, and the permission was given, and shortly after that, well, I expected him to be there because as I saw, he asked me to speak, so he couldn't, and then I provided for his for the possibility, and after that, that was I think the day before yesterday, and but I can inquire, of course. I will ask him if he still has some comment. Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah, again, it's like kind of reporting, right? When the DAO is giving money and nothing is reported and there's no communication, a roadmap, how those people have to report or give us some feedback. This is that we have to talk about this here. And I don't know if I'm the only one interested of where the money and the liquidity goes from the approved HIP, but this is a big amount. And if we're not looking into this, yeah, it's like a playground for kids, right? We're talking about a lot of money, and this is also why I myself nominated as a Multi-Sig sign up, because I want definitely to protect the DAO, and also not that the money is going so left and right, and that we don't know what's happening, because Kraken, as we said, is very important. And 1 week passed by, and we are living in the crypto world. We are not in the traditional space, and we should be much more faster on things like this when it comes to onboarding new people, and the spread is not like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10%, right? And that this guy is definitely reachable. This would be really appreciated. Thanks for this.
Yeah, transparency is important, and for sure, more information is always welcomed. Let's see, we have a comment with some questions from Koshiko. When you say jointly agreed, could you please specify who was involved in that agreement and where was it recorded? Regarding governance continuity, I'm referring to maintaining consistent access to historical records, preserving documented decision trails, and ensuring that structural changes affecting signers or directors are transparently recorded and attributable.
Well, it's documented in the Corpsec channel, of course.
Okay,
And like I said, yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
answer just the questions one by one? First, who was involved in the agreement that you said?
Well, of course, me, yeah, as the currently managing director there, and well, the channel owners, of course, yeah.
And then where was it recorded?
Right in that in the Corpsec channel.
Okay. All right, so the CorpSec channel, let me see if I can find that for a link real quick. Do.
Yes. My
It's
my
fine, I'm
request
easy to
was
find.
yes, as there were still a lot at that moment, as they are now, people who are not active in management and also not in signing, it seemed for me inappropriate to have it open up to, yeah, to, well, whoever was there. I wanted to limit it so as to, because I don't see it like that. That is an open channel or something not important. There are documents there. There are names of members. So that has to be guarded. And at that current moment, there were several. It was not cleared up who was part of it. So I said, reduce it at first only to the managing personnel, which would be, of course, Latusha, me, and of course Codedan, and as the owner. Yes. So it was.
Was it the Terra thread that you're referring to,
There was one.
or was it
Well,
something else?
well, if there, you see, look, there are names, there are documents in there, so it would be irresponsible to leave it open to anybody who is not anymore part of the management. That was my thinking, and I'm a bit wonder why this is a question at all. Yeah.
Oh, just because I think it has to do with the structure of the DAO, being that like it's not centralized and
Of course, but
I don't
this is
know.
a channel. This is a channel where the
Um,
corporate secretary communicates with the foundation. And
Yeah.
everybody who is in the management of the foundation, of course,
Okay.
it's like a formal channel. It's like a channel where documents get exchanged, like personal documents, also documents of the foundation, which are not public. Yeah, that's
Okay.
simply the case. So it's transparent in that way that everything that is in there is also meant to be to satisfy the need for compliance. There are the minutes of the foundation, which have to be accessible to the Cayman authorities, to the corporate secretary, and also nothing that is really public. Anything that is in there can also be discussed openly and publicly. That's clear. But it's not like it's an open channel.
Okay. No Future raised his hand. I thought I sent the invitation. Having. Okay. He says there's no reason for it not to be public. You could be making changes to structure and we wouldn't know. That's true. Every change should go through the DAO.
I could not make changes there without it being recorded. It's the Discord channel, and that would be, of course, recorded. And I have no intention to change there anything.
Yeah, but maybe no futuristic should talk, Nestor. I think you should during the last
Of course,
Sunday call, a lot
of course you can
of
talk.
Boom. Can
a
you
lot
all
of
hear me?
things you want to
Can
change.
anybody hear me? Okay,
Welcome.
so welcome. Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day to all the gotchi lovers out here.
Yeah, happy V-Day.
Yeah, the CorpSec channel, Johnson dropped in documents that doxed me. We told him don't drop those kind of documents, and then he stopped dropping those documents. That happened very early on. That channel wasn't privileged or private information. It's literally him dropping the bills that we have for the DAO so we see what we're going to be paying. I argued previously that it should be open to everyone so that we can see it because there's nothing that is so private once he stopped dropping docs. And secondly, all of those docs are public information, so it doesn't matter because anyone could check the foundation and see whose name and address is on it. So I don't see the reason to gatekeep it because it isn't like all the signers can attest to this because we were all in there. It was just communication specifically about the bills that we were getting and then trying to fix the foundation at first. After that, it's just been straight up administration. So I don't think that I can understand to an extent why management only, but I think it should be open because that level of communication about the structure and admin of the DAO should be known to members of the DAO.
Okay, VR Dev is now on the stage. Welcome.
Hello, welcome. Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Awesome. So I was just thinking about sharing my opinion about this, and I can understand both. So Nestor has now a lot of responsibilities, and of course also a bigger risk than the regular signers. So if he wants to have private exchanges with the CorpSec, that should be understood. But then, of course, some things should also, like the signers might also want to communicate with the CorpSec, and some things should obviously be public. So why not just make two channels and have one that is completely private between the director and the CorpSec, and the other one where the director and the signers have write access and everyone else has read access?
I disagree with
That's a
that.
good idea.
I disagree with that. We should be able to see the communications. Now, the director has a certain level of discretion that is, centralizes power within our DAO, and that's why these kind of things need to be open for all to see, so that we, trust but verify. Right? We don't put guardrails up because of good actors. We do it for the bad actors. So we shouldn't be setting precedents where we're now hiding stuff. This is why I thought the multi-sig channel should be open as well. Like, I mean, that's a little bit further for most people, but it should be open to people to see. Maybe it's only read access, not write access, but there's nothing in that channel that is a privacy issue, especially after we told Johnson to, like, for documents not to send them there where everybody could see people's information. But once again, all that information is public information.
Okay, so I guess there's a yeah. Sorry, I don't know what to say now.
Well,
Did we get an answer about who changed the role settings and why? That's what FaZe is asking.
well, it wasn't my initiative. Yes, of course, because like I said, when they are, I don't think so that it is something that is so public. I would say no, it isn't. It isn't. There can be different opinions on that, and well, um, and I'm absolutely for a channel where also the signers and anybody else has the possibility to talk with Lutusha if Lutusha wants to, but the CorpSec channel was never like a public channel. So
Okay.
I don't get the reasoning why it now should be.
Yeah. So Musashi asked what the good reason is that it should be hidden, and then Maxi Kutan gave a reason that it not having the CorpSec channel adds a barrier between us and the legal stuff. So I guess if we have access to that, we'll be more liable for anything if anything like becomes a legal problem. Yeah, so
Can I ask
good
a general
idea.
question? We are doing so much pools and are doing so much things here in the DAO, and such an important thing like this is just decided by Nestor itself. I mean, seriously, we are seeing so much pool ideas from Nestor, optimization with IE, confusion in as I said in the nominee chat, and but on this topic he just decides. I mean, honestly, is it a DAO?
Completely besides the point. You know that. So thank you for that. Yes, this is decided by the management. Correct. Yeah. And it was until now, it was just like that. It was a channel for the managing personnel and the corporate secretary. and it is also continuously so. So if there will be any officers or more directors, they, of course they will have access to the channel. That's mighty clear. But now, at the moment, there isn't. There aren't. So
Yeah, and
nothing has changed regarding the conditions.
okay. So yeah, two parties, two different parties. One advocating for full transparency, and the other one not sure if it should change. So maybe we could have some sort of
But who's doing the decision? Who's doing the decision? We had it last week,
right,
when we
right. I
talked
was
again
thinking
about this
maybe
big AGIP with the 1,111 ETH, where the director have not made like a statement and have not stopped it to check it legally with some advocates. And now he is just making a decision to exclude people of the DAO, which were the old director and also Multi-Sig signers from channels. I mean, it's not funny to see here like this political pictures, but honestly, we have to discuss about this. We should start with structure, and this is something it could be discussed here. And even if it would be discussed here in the DAO call and it would be done afterwards, that's okay. But it's a very negative taste if you have just done it in this confusing week and just then protect your statement afterwards. This is not how decision making is done in a DAO, honestly.
yeah. So everyone is part of the DAO, and everyone will be part of the decision making process, whether it's transparent or not. So why don't we just have it transparent?
Of course, everyone is part of the DAO, but Nestor is the director of the foundation. Those are clearly two different entities. And if he wants to have a private conversation with the CorpSec, I think he should be given, the opportunity to do so.
Thank you very much. That's exactly the reason.
I
That's
also
correct. Yeah.
said I
This is a
asked on
private
this
conversation.
I
Yeah.
asked on this call for this conversation the CorpSec one to be open to everyone. I also, whenever I had a call with Lotusha, which happened once, recorded it and dropped it into DAO discussion so everybody knew what we talked about in the state of us being struck off. So I did actually do that. And it wasn't my job. You guys forced me into it.
Oh, you were forced into it. Yes. You see. So, okay, I wasn't, and that is something I decided. Yes, because for this kit there is no DAO call or vote. Yeah, according to our constitution, I have to decide this. Yeah, we can make a CorpSec channel that is open. I got no problem with that. But as VRDev said, there is some things that are just discussed between the management, and nobody is manager of you, of course not, but of the foundation there has to be one. Yeah, and
there's no reason to gatekeep it though. We've already established that.
There is nothing to gatekeep. There is nothing to gatekeep.
Then why
keep their
gatekeep it?
minutes.
It makes no damn sense.
Huh?
Then why gatekeep it? It makes no sense.
Why gatekeep anything? Yeah, I mean, I don't understand.
Yeah, I agree.
What you mean by
This is a DAO. Open communications is fine. I've said the signing channel should be open. I'm fine with that. It doesn't create, to me at least, a fundamental risk unless, for certain things like when we were buying $2 million of Ghost, which is fucking moronic, that maybe we should gatekeep. But this stuff is administrative stuff. Seeing
who decides that then?
The DAO.
You just said some signage is. So you would say for every transaction there should be a decision by the DAO. You just said the signer chat should be also open.
This is why we had we had an AGIP voting for a formal budget, which was presented. We showed what Lotusha's asking for, right? We presented that so that the DAO could approve that. We're talking this week. We had this happen where we were questioning whether certain funds should be used from that AGIP for something else. And it's like, why don't we discuss this with the DAO? That wasn't really part of the snapshot, and there was pushback to that. So Yeah, this is an issue.
Okay, yeah, we're discussing it right now, and there was a question from Kukusho if there should be a channel for all the other the rest of the DAO access to talk to Latusha, and well, I initiated the question. I'm waiting on that. They don't answer before Monday, but as soon as they answer, I'm fine with that. And look, there's some stuff, as you said. For example, your name is there. There could be another name there. There are contracts there, you know, that are. It wasn't used as a
There
reporting
were no
channel.
contracts.
I
Dude,
see
I was
almost
in the chat. There were no
one
contracts.
sentence.
What are you talking about? I've screenshotted that whole conversation because I fear you guys were going to remove it or delete it. So there is a copy of it.
So you have it. Yeah, then you know what
So
is in
I
there.
know that there wasn't
And
any,
from
once we told them no docs with names in it, which is still public information, there were no confidential contracts. All of the stuff we talked about with CorpSec, he came
but
into
from
a
now
meeting
on
and
there
talked to us.
are. I decided to put in there confidential. For example,
Once again, you
the market
decided.
maker
Thank
doesn't
you.
want. Do you want to hear what I have to say, or do you want to
doesn't.
break in my?
You're just
when I'm
talking in
speaking?
circles,
No,
and it doesn't
then
make
I won't
sense to me.
talk.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
okay. Look, if you want to.
It's like last week. I think a lot of people missed it, and also tracks. You know, we asked just some questions, and it was like this. It was getting louder and louder. But yeah, it doesn't lead to anything. But I think the question openly is also, as I said, should it be discussed first in a DAO call like this, and then done afterwards with a decision, and so on. And also for a reporting channel, it was the same. So you ask, okay, about reporting channel. I ask, okay, where's the reporting channel between Pixelcraft and the DAO? So between you, Nestor, as a director of the DAO, and Pixelcraft when it comes to this proposal, when 3 million were distributed and a reporting is missing of
Director of the
payback of
DAO
13.
and the
So
director of the foundation. That's a difference.
yeah.
You keep mixing it
Okay.
up.
Yeah.
I don't know if intentionally to mix up things intentionally. Okay, that's your way. But I will I will bring that back to the fact that this is not regarding the DAO, but the foundation.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like Nestor has been good at giving updates about what's going on. I find the updates really helpful and informative. Um, I think it definitely depends. So what communication should be kept private and what communication shouldn't. Um, it's okay because like for Nestor to have some private communication. For a lot of things might need to be more public. Uh, I guess it just depends on uh, discretion. I don't.
Yeah, we have to talk about. It's good that you say that discretion has to be. I think first. I don't think that everybody uses it in the same sense. Yeah, and well, of course, non-native speakers like me, certainly not. Yes, it's exactly like that. I have begun to use it as a channel where the communication between yeah, the management of the foundation and the CorpSec takes place. Before that, it wasn't that. Okay, I just used my discretion to do it. It didn't change anything, and yes, now we are talking about it. So I think from my perspective, now there are things like, for example, there are contracts. There will be contracts between partners of the foundation that underlie, you know, certain non-disclosure agreements, like the market maker doesn't want to have his contracts be screenshotted and shown around. So I'm documenting that there is my signature is below it, their signature, and they want to have their data protected. So now the channel is I can tell you what is in there, and I will report on what is in there. But about the details that are standing in there, which when the partner doesn't want them to be shared, I have to respect that. So yeah, that's now the case. And I'm sorry that I used the CorpSec channel. Another yeah, possibility would have been to open a new one, you know, between me and Latusha and those who are also managing. And well, yeah, if it's this way around or the other, so I don't say that they are not legitimate questions, and but there is nothing really very, yeah, like would I say, interesting behind it. Yeah. So
Can you, last question, can you just clarify, maybe I misunderstood, but you said that Codaden is also in. I understood you're the selected director of the DAO Foundation, an entity on the Caymans, and you are having a communication with the Corpsec, but you always said Pixelcraft, so with Codaden as a founder, is another entity in Singapore. So why is he in this Corp in this Corp channel? Just to understand, because we always discussed about that some people don't understand the difference between the DAO and the entity and Pixelcraft. So just to clarify.
who's this question directed at? Or is it?
It's just my question. It was very clear formulated, right?
No,
So
no,
just
no, it
answer
wasn't not. No, please restate it. I didn't understand it. Please, or someone else who understood it can restate it in the chat.
You said that you, as a selected director, so DAO director, have this channel to communicate with the Corpsec, and you said that also Codaden is in this channel, and you always said, hey, there's a DAO, there's a foundation on the Caymans, and there's Pixelcraft in Singapore, a different entity with the responsibility of Codaden and Jesse. So, and now you said that some people were removed, but Codaden, for example, is just in this or was in this too. I just want to understand, even if some deals are shared, because if you say you make a difference between the DAO and you yourself as a director, what you want to decide, and between Pixelcraft, but Codaden is in, so I don't see the point here.
Okay, VRDev says that CoderDan can see it because he's a server admin.
But what is hard on this question? It's a clear clarification statement, because Nestor said that Codaden is in this channel and he has nothing to do with the DAO, because he got with Pixelcraft money from the DAO with a SIG prop and A chip, but he's not part of the DAO, not a director, not a decision maker, nothing. So, and this is just to clarify, and some people were removed. I just want to understand it honestly. It's just clear to the point, to the constitution, as always Nestor loves to mention.
Well, there's nothing in the constitution about Discord, but fact is, yeah, Discord channel is, or you know, something. Different parts of the protocol belong to different people. Yeah. So there are sites from other DAO members, and as far as I understand
I can't
it,
hear you, Nestor. I don't know if you talk. Can anyone hear? Otherwise, it's my mic.
I can hear Nestor fine. But I think it's a valid point that you're making. So maybe, Nestor, could you ask Latusha if she would be willing to just open DMs with you? Then it's perfectly private and no one can change the access, and you don't need to feel like there might be anything leaking. And then we could have a more open channel, yeah, where CoderDan and other admins can obviously also see what's going on.
well, yeah, this channel cannot be reopened, unfortunately, but we can reopen another one. Yeah, and yes, I think DMs are open for everyone to contact Latusha if they want, but I already did that. I already contacted Latusha, and I will see to it that there will be another channel that is like mirroring the previous one. As we heard, everything that was before my time was documented by No Future. So that's that. And I used it, well, I used it at like DMs. I just wanted to have a group channel. I saw it is now not ideally managed in that sense that where it wasn't clear to me who was part of the channel and who was not. There could have been also members who long ago left the channel and still were part of, yeah, don't remember the names now, but 1 year ago, and I think indeed they were. So I thought this is a group channel for Lotusha, channel owners, and me. And well, such group chats there are, as I came to understand, many hundreds. So yeah, it's what it is.
Okay. Yeah. If anyone really thinks there should be a change to the channel structure, I guess voicing your opinion is good. I don't I think a lot of people don't really have a problem with some people being involved, and if you know, involvement in the DAO is good because everyone here is a part of it, I think. Um so I mean, yeah.
What,
uh
do you wanted to comment to
I
me?
don't
Like,
personally
yeah,
have opinion on
pardon?
this subject.
You, okay, yes. No, well, I didn't really. This was now I think 2 months ago or something like that, or 1.5 months. So well, didn't come up then. So there was ostensibly no use for it. And now the question came up. I also didn't think anything about it, but this is a minor thing that can be solved very easily. So no need to make any speculations. But yeah, this will be changed. Mhm.
Okay, so I think that is everything. Um, yeah, I don't know. I kind of had the wind knocked out of me for like a minute there, but uh, anyways, that's all I have. Any final thoughts before I wrap up this conversation?
No, for me, it was just to mention this because last week was already a bit louder, but it was just discussion about, okay, what should a director decide and what not, and when he should stop something, and is having the legal possibility also from the constitution. And it's just like a little taste in this, that it happens directly after that week talk in this Saturday DAO call discussion. So I think for some people here, which also which are active in this chat, and for me, it's only to have a clear roadmap. What is now the decision on the pools? Will we do the pools or not? Which time? Will it be decided here in this call, or is just the director deciding it alone with all the ideas throwing left and right, so without structure? And this is my point. And I would love in general to have more structure and not just some AI pasted texts and 100 ideas on different channels and threads without a structure. This would help us a lot.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of opinions floating around, and honestly, this was a conversation I did not expect this week. But thanks everyone for your opinions, and it's been a really good conversation, I think.
Surprises.
Yeah. Um, happy Valentine's Day, guys.
You too.
I love everyone in this DAO. I hope we all get along.
We will.
And yeah, that's all.
Wonderful. Thank you for
For
moderating
sure.
it.
Oh,
Classy.
of course.
Thank you.
I
Okay, bye bye,
try
guys.
to improve.
Take
Bye.
care.
Take care.